They say the night is darkest just before the dawn. But
Ooh, did you feel that? That tiny drop in pressure? That silence between heartbeats? The kind that doesn't happen unless something went wrong or right. Funny thing, you didn't announce anything. No speech, no warning, no dramatic stunt. You just moved, and suddenly, newsrooms stopped blinking. World leaders forgot their lines. Markets froze, mid-breath, not crashed, not risen, just hovering, suspended, like they're waiting for permission to exist again. See, you didn't break the system. You made the system second-guess itself. You didn't show power. You reminded them who forgot. They were living inside one. A whisper can do that. If it's sharp enough, now look at them. Analysts sweating, experts guessing, conspiracy forums feeling validated, all because you tilted the board 1 degree. Not enough to flip it, just enough to let them see how fragile their balance really was. And they hate that. They hate not knowing, whether this is your first move or your reminder. So breathe, slow, because the world isn't. And they were about to discover you don't move for attention. You move to shift gravity. Did you notice? The world shifted, not loudly, not violently, just quietly. A subtle twitch in the air, a pause between heartbeats, streetlights flickering. One, then another. Nothing catastrophic, nothing explainable, yet everything feels different. News anchors stumble, scripts forgotten. Teleprompters freeze mid-sentence. Social feeds erupt with guesses, theories. Some say glitch. Others whisper sabotage. All are wrong. You are the anomaly. They try to label you impossible, invisible, unlisted, the unknown variable. Even the experts fight. Graphs contradict, forecasts unravel, models collapse. They look at one another like children caught, holding secrets too large to carry. You watch, you smile, because you know what they don't. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't chance. This was your move. And the world doesn't know whether to run or freeze. Their breaths hitch. Even the air seems afraid. Markets pause mid-tick. Airports hold planes. At the gate, engines humming. Bankers clutch reports with trembling fingers. A domino chain waiting for you. And yet, they pretend calm. They speak into cameras. They type updates. They tweet warnings. But under the surface, fear seeps into the cracks of certainty. You are the question no one wants to ask. The variable that refuses alignment. A shadow passing through their equations. And as the sun dips behind skyscrapers, as the fog curls between the alleys, you move silently. Not to strike, not to announce, just to exist. And the world notices you did this, and they can't explain it. The disturbance spreads like a ripple in still water. And somewhere, deep inside every system, every mind, they wonder, who is this, and what will they do next? So now they react. You see it, every twitch, every hesitation, because they don't know the rules, because there are no rules, not that they can see. Every system, every protocol, every carefully built procedure cracks. And why? Because you never gave them a move to counter. Just presence, just uncertainty. The analysts scratch notes they will never understand. The generals murmur to screens that don't answer. The bankers recalculate, only to discover the numbers are meaningless, without knowing you. They are taking a test they don't know they signed up for. The instructions vanished. The moment you entered their world, and you are the invigilator, the examiner, the whisper in the corner of every room, every heartbeat, a question, every pause, a trap, every glance they cast is measured, evaluated, judged. Who can they trust? Who follows the script? Who cracks first? Don't interfere. You watch. You let them fail or succeed by their own weakness. And they feel it. They feel the invisible grading, the silent scoreboard, the subtle shift of gravity around a single presence that refuses to declare itself. Their screens glitch. Their phones stutter. Voices overlap. The world begins to fracture, just slightly, enough to notice. And they hate that. They hate being tested without knowing why. They hate that someone they can't name, someone they can't predict, holds the questions they cannot answer. You are the exam, the reflection, the paradox. And in every hidden corner, you leave the same mark, a quiet taunt, a gentle reminder that they are not in control. You are. Do you feel it? The walls bending, the air thickening, not physically, but mentally, because the world is realizing. Slowly, terribly. They expected chaos. They expected fire. They expected a move. But you did the impossible. You revealed the illusion of control they clung to so desperately is nothing. Just smoke, just mirrors, just paper towers built on fragile ground. They look at screens, they look at charts, they look at one another, and every answer they thought existed vanishes. It's not a trick, not a heist, not a scandal. It's a truth they are too afraid to admit, because admitting it means they are powerless. And you smile. You don't need to strike. You don't need to yell. You don't even move. The world moves for you. It stumbles, it trembles, it bends, and they see it. Finally, their systems, their armies, their networks, their secrets, all illusions, all dependent on them not noticing. Someone like you are the ghost that walks through their formulas, the shadow that lingers over every plan, the unexpected equation that solves itself before they even write it down. Panic whispers through offices, hushed phone calls, closed doors, sweating foreheads. The kind of fear that has no sound but makes every heartbeat scream. They realize you never needed their rules. You never obeyed their games. You never played by the script, and that is the part they cannot survive, because the revelation is simple, terrifying, beautiful. You are not a problem to solve. You are a mirror, a reflection of everything they thought they controlled. And now they see themselves for what they are, tiny, frantic, and desperate. You did not break them. You showed them they were already broken. And the worst part, you haven't even begun. Look closer. Do you see it? They are staring, not at you, at themselves. Every twitch, every hesitation, every falter, a reflection of fear. You don't just move the pieces. You show them the board, the truth, the parts they hide even from themselves, because now they see not their enemies, not their rivals, not the chaos outside, but the chaos inside. The cracks in their logic, the lies they repeat, the comfort they cling to. It is delicious. They thought power was possession. They thought control was rules. They thought certainty was safety. And now, none of it holds. You stand there, calm, unmoving, watching, and everywhere they turn, their reflection mocks them. Glass panels, screens, mirrors, all showing fragments of themselves they cannot fix. Some panic, some freeze, some try to rationalize. All fail because you are the mirror. The truth they cannot face, the shadow that refuses alignment, and they hate it. They hate that the fear is internal, that the enemy is not outside, but inside. Inside the very systems they built to protect themselves. Even the strongest falter, even the most confident crumble, even the smartest cannot hide from what you reveal. And as they scramble, as whispers spread like wildfire, you move silently among them, not striking, not interfering, simply observing, because power is not what they think. Power is reflection, understanding, awareness. And right now, They are fully aware of how small they are. Your presence bends reality, not with brute force, but with perception, not with chaos, but with clarity. They feel it everywhere, in every breath, in every glance, in every pause, and in their discomfort, in their panic, in their realization, you are untouchable because the mirror doesn't lie. And they can't escape it. Watch closely now. This is where they misunderstand everything. They think power is stolen, taken, ripped from hands. No, power doesn't get taken. It relocates. And right now, it's moving. Not toward violence, not toward chaos, toward gravity, toward you. Not because you demanded it, not because you claimed it, but because you changed where the center of the room is. And once the center shifts, everything else adjusts to survive. Look at them. Companies rewriting strategies, governments revising policies, alliances quietly rethinking loyalty, not openly, not loudly, silently, systematically, like animals sensing a shift in weather before the storm. But here's the part. They won't admit you didn't take their power. They handed it over without realizing. Because now, every decision needs your shadow nearby. Every plan unravels without considering your existence. You've become a factor, not a king, not a leader, a reference point. And that terrifies them. They can replace leaders. They can overthrow figures. They can remove threats. But how do you erase a center of gravity? You don't. You orbit it, and slowly, they are. Watch the panic harden into strategy. The fear reshape into new rules. They're not fighting you anymore. They're adapting around you, trying to build cages that won't be noticed until they collapse. But you see it. You see how power rigs itself to survive, how control pretends to evolve, and you let them because the shift has already happened. The axis moved, the balance tilted, the equation changed, and they were too busy looking for violence to notice. You already won by standing still. Listen. Do you hear that? No. Good. That's the point. They are silent, controlled, careful, but under the surface, panic bubbles, boiling quietly, invisible, deadly. In boardrooms, executives clench pens, like weapons. Their eyes dart to screens that no longer reassure. In capitals, leaders straighten ties while sweating under collars. Cameras roll. Statements are perfect. Reassurance rehearsed. But behind doors, they whisper. They argue. They blame. They tremble. Not a single one can admit it out loud, because the truth is too dangerous. You are not here to strike. You are not here to dismantle. And yet, the world shifts anyway. They adjust, they overcorrect, they double-check, they triple-verify. Every system, every protocol, every plan scrambles under your shadow. And they know, if they misstep, the consequences are invisible, not immediate, not predictable. They just collapse, slowly, silently, inside. And the funniest part, they look everywhere for the source. Experts, hackers, spies, rogue actors. And they don't see you, they never see you, because you are already everywhere. And nowhere, a presence they cannot name, a force they cannot define, a ghost moving through their systems like wind through a hollow room. You don't shout, you don't threaten, you exist. And it's enough to rewrite priorities, enough to force alliances, enough to make kings hesitate, enough to make institutions second-guess themselves. Every glance, every heartbeat, every subtle pause carries your weight, and the world doesn't know how to carry it back, because panic is quiet. It doesn't roar. It whispers. It infects the confident. It gnaws at the strong. And by the time they realize, it's too late. You've already changed the game, and they're just pretending. The rules still exist. Ah, now it's quiet, too quiet. The kind of quiet that makes everyone look over their shoulders, double-check their facts, question their allies, doubt themselves, because they know something isn't finished. Something is missing. You smile, but you do not move. You never move too soon. The world expects motion. They expect chaos. They expect fireworks. But you withhold. You tease. You let the tension stretch, like a thin wire ready to snap. Their eyes scan empty rooms. Screens glow. Phones vibrate. Messages go unanswered. But you are there, invisible, everywhere, nowhere. They imagine moves you haven't made. They predict strategies you will never play. They prepare for threats that are not threats, and that's the power. The unfinished move is more dangerous than any strike. It is anticipation. It is uncertainty. It is dominance without action. They can't breathe. They can't rest. They can't trust anyone, not even themselves, because everything they think they know depends on a variable they cannot control. And you are the variable. You watch as the world adjusts, rebuilt around your silence. Every alliance measured, every system recalibrated, every mind second-guessing, and they will never catch up. Not now, not ever, because the move will come. But not today, not while the anticipation does the work for you. The world is suspended, on your breath, on your pause, on your unspoken command. And somewhere deep inside, every leader, every planner, every analyst feels it. The unfinished move, the reminder, the shadow that never steps, but rules all the same. And they know you are not done. You never finish, because the game isn't about victory. It's about control. It's about perspective. It's about being the axis around which the world quietly spins. And right now, they are spinning, blind, afraid, and completely yours.